Hello, and welcome to Great Builds for Greatsword, where I showcase all of the builds that I use most frequently in my hunts. The topic of today's showcase is a set made for the sole purpose of defeating Alatreon solo by assuring that his elemental thresholds are broken and his eschaton judgment weakened. For this reason, this build is made in both elements needed to kill the Black Dragon, fire and ice. This is the Double Dragon. This build has recently received a power-up thanks to Arch-Tempered Velkhana, making it easier to take down the Black Dragon. Here is a complete breakdown. The weapons we will be using are the Safi Hell Splitter for its fire element and the Safi Frost Splitter for its ice element. The importance of the Safi elemental greatswords in this build is paramount, not only for their high elemental values but also because we will be using one of their awakenings for Velkhana divinity. The rest of the awakenings will be for elemental damage. This means that we will be using 3 instances of element 5, 1 instance of element 6, and the aforementioned Velkhana divinity. For their augmentations, both weapons will have 2 element up and 1 health regen. The armor we will be using is as follows: the Rimeguard Helm Y, Fatalis Chest B, Fatalis Gloves B, Rimeguard Waist Y, and Rimeguard Legs Y. With Velkhana Divinity and 3-piece Velkhana armor, we get access to the 2 main set bonuses that we need: Critical Element and Frostcraft. Also, with 2-piece Fatalis, we can take advantage of Inheritance. To round off the equipment, we will be using the Blaze Charm or the Frost Charm, depending on our desired element, the Rocksteady Mantle and the Temporal Mantle. Both of these mantles will be slotted with 2 medicine jewels each to increase our health regeneration. As a note, it is also a possibility to switch out the Temporal Mantle for the Gilly Mantle. That one is useful to force Alatreon to land during moments when he takes flight. With this set, we will need the following decorations. On the Greatsword, Tenderizer Evasion. On the helmet, 2 Expert Plus, 1 Expert Jewel. On the chest, 2 Attack Plus, 1 Evasion Plus. On the gloves, 3 Critical Vitality. On the waist, 1 Resistor Expert, 1 Blaze Jewel or Frost Jewel if we're using ice. On the legs, 1 Resistor Expert and 1 Evasion Jewel. This is a very decoration intensive build because we are looking to maximize our raw damage while also maintaining our elemental damage as high as possible. Unfortunately, many rare decorations are needed to bring out this set's maximum potential. It is an unfortunate side effect of what we are trying to accomplish. Nevertheless, when achieved, we will have all the skills necessary to counteract Eschaton Judgment very easily. Speaking of skills, after equipping the mentioned armor and decorations, we will be using the following: Critical Eye 7, Fire Attack 6, or Ice Attack 6, depending on the element. Evade Window 5, Attack Boost 4, Health Boost 3, Critical Boost 3, Weakness Exploit 3, Focus 3, Peak Performance 3, Quick Sheath 3, Coalescence 3, Blight Resistance 2, Resuscitate 1, and Recovery Up 2 as our inactive skills, waiting to be used when we put on our mantles. This build was created to hunt Alatreon solo, maximizing the elemental damage to break his elemental threshold successfully and survive his eschaton judgment. Thanks to the new Archtemper Velkhana armor, in combination with Fatalis pieces, we can maintain the highest possible amount of elemental damage while also increasing the raw damage that we can dish out, thanks to skills like Peak Performance and Coalescence. Not only that, but we can also take advantage of some defensive skills like Evade Window for better dodges and Blight Resistance to help proc Coalescence with more consistency. Finally, we have the required support of Health Boost, Quick Sheath, and Focus. The reasons why you should use this build are very simple. The first thing about this build is that it will allow you to consistently hunt Alatreon successfully by yourself without having to worry about his Eschaton Judgment. You can concentrate on the monster and dealing the damage. That said, this build is a very specific type of set. It is made to fight and defend against Alatreon. If you use it on any other monster, its efficiency will decrease. Also, it must be noted that the sharpness is tight. With 40 hits of white sharpness and no access to purple, it will be important to have plenty of Wetfish Plus scales. I have personally found a lot of success hunting Alatreon with this build, getting consistent solo kills with better and better times the more I fight him. Hopefully, you too will be able to farm him easily as well. Thank you very much for your time, and please remember to use more Greatsword.
Alatreon's readying a big attack. Get your healing items ready.